Hi my fellow seekers, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is going to be a video about ascension symptoms, okay? This is especially for my upcoming, new to this, brand new to this, light workers, healers, okay? Star seeds, who may need some guidance on as to what to expect while you're progressing through different states of consciousness, aka the 3D state to the 4D to the 5D and so forth. Okay? And I know you're thinking as if all the dark night of the souls that you probably experienced, or even just the first one you already had this far, right? As if it wasn't enough. It was already enough. This is what to expect, but not expect, right? At the same time, during your ascension journey. So sit back, relax, get some vegan, maybe some alkaline snacks, and enjoy this video. All right, number one on the ascension symptom list is that you start to notice a sudden disappearance in friends, activities, hobbies, habits. Just know that you are shifting from, when you start shifting from the 3D state into the 4D state of consciousness, the things that you used to do, that you used to entertain yourself with, this includes family, friends, habits, so forth, you name it, they cease to exist within your life anymore because you're at a different state of consciousness. You're at a different level. You're at a different frequency, right? And I want you to remind yourselves when you are going through this, to remind yourself that you are not in a state of lack. You're not losing anything. You're not lonely. You're not in some sort of void. You need to remind yourself that things will eventually come back together and you will make even more better friendships, even more better habits for yourself, even more better things to entertain yourself with, right? Number two on the ascension symptom list is extreme fatigue. Yep, extreme fatigue. Just know this is your body's energetic way of losing, again, the word losing, density, and going through an intense energetic reconstructing, okay? Number three on the ascension symptom list is a loss of desire for food. And I personally experienced this myself a few times already. I have moments where I'm just like, man, do I even need to eat? I mean, if there's vegetarians out there and liquidarians and so forth, what makes you really think that your body even needs food? Granted, I have to take it because I am working through my own healing process and I am still taking blood pressure medications, right? Because of the kidney failure. But see, that's a goal of mine, to get off these medications and so forth, to get back into my natural state of healing, okay? And honestly, when you do eat food, all your body is doing it's using unnecessary energy to digest and to process, especially if you're not eating the right type of food, guys. Like if you're not even on alkaline, if you're not even on raw, not even if you're barely even in any of it. Like personally, I am about, we're going to say 60% vegan, and then about 20% raw, and then 20% just plant-based in general. I don't eat meat. Yeah. I don't eat meat, guys. Anyway, this ain't about me. Let's get on with this. Just know that this is your body's way of adjusting to your new frequency and that your appetite tends to shift alongside with it. All right. Number four, feeling out of body, right? You may feel as though someone is talking, but it's not even you. As the words are coming out, but it's not even you, right? You just feel it and it's happening, but it's not you. This is our natural defense mechanism that things are out of control. So we end up putting on this sort of feeling of being out of control, like I'm out of body, like it's so scary and it's so freaky, I don't understand what's going on, And understand that this comes from our ego. This is our ego's natural defense mechanism, right? The inner trauma that we still deal with and that we're still processing induces the want to be back in control when you've never really been in control. That's just a fictionalized perception of the ego's need to be forefront, when in fact the ego doesn't even need to fight your higher self because y'all can balance each other out. It's that simple. Number 5, okay, vivid if not violent dreams. You are actively releasing lower vibrational energy while in the astral realm, aka while you're asleep, right, in the dream state. Just know it won't be like this forever, and eventually it will improve, right? You have to believe, you have to have patience with yourself. Usually this happens around the time between, it happens between while the time you're asleep, but just know if you start waking up from 2 to 4 a.m. around those times, randomly, I guess, and consistently, just know this is your body's natural way of reclosing and releasing this energy, this low vibrational energy. I can even speak from personal experience, not even just that long ago. I woke up in the middle of the night, what I thought was a panic attack, right? And I was in fright because when you wake up back into this earth matrix, you're actually back here. Anyway, I woke up, my heart was racing. I went to go get a lemon to go bite into it to get rid of the panic attack, right? The fear that I was having, the induced fear of not being in control. And I bit onto the lemon, and then I got like an ice pack because I was hot. I had a hot flash at the same time. And I've had my my levels checked, and I'm fine. Fine aside from the kidney failure, but again, another video for another time. But yeah, I just remember I was falling back asleep, and I fell back asleep smiling, like a grin, seriously. And I remember like murmuring to myself, like I said something along the lines of spiritual download. And that was enough confirmation for me. I don't know if it's been like that for y'all, but for me, that's, I guess, my higher self was telling my 3D self that still comes up every now and then that chill. You're downloading. You're receiving information. Relax. It's all good. Okay, so like I was saying with night sweats, this is number 6. Night sweats follow, as well as hot flashes. Think of this as your body's natural way of burning off any extra low vibrational attachments, okay? Number 7, anxiety and panic, just like I was saying, right? But this doesn't even have to be while you're like halfway, like how I just said, like how I was. This could be just even in a waking state when you're walking around, going amongst your daily activities. Your ego is losing that illusionary control it had once had, right? Had is the key word. Your system is on overload, and you are losing behavior patterns of that survival mechanism I was telling you about. That's from the 3D, that stems from the 3D consciousness. This may even leave you feeling vulnerable and powerless, right? But these are just feelings of panic, of fear, and they're not needed in the higher states of consciousness. When you start shifting from the 3D to the 40 doesn't even, it's like, you can leave that at the door. Like really, like it's, your higher self is telling you constantly, whenever you start panicking like that, and you have that fear, induced fear of this imaginary control that you once had, just know your higher self in the higher realms just is not going to deal with that. It's not. And eventually you kind of have to be mindful that it will be replaced with light. And the opposite of fear, right? Enjoyment. The opposite of panic. Next thing on our ascension symptom list, which is number 8, okay? I want to congratulate you if you already got this far, because it's already 9:11, right when I said that. It's already 9 minutes and 11 seconds, so on in. Just know, the 8th ascension symptom is loss of identity. You try to access the old you, but quite frankly, it's no longer there. It's no longer there. You have cleared much of your, your old patterns, like I was saying, and you must remind yourself, it's always about reminding yourself, right? Acknowledging that there's going to be a better outcome to these symptoms, right? That you're okay and there's no need to panic, all right? When it comes to losing your identity, this fictionalized identity that was a survival mechanism for the 3D state of consciousness that your ego had built up in order to feel like they are in survival mode. Number 9, this is following number 8. You may also find yourself to be intolerant for lower vibrational things of the 3D self, self like how you were, or how you start to see things from a higher perspective, okay? This reflects through conversations, attitudes, social structures, or even healing modalities, right? Maybe you used to just pop a whole bunch of Tylenol to get rid of a headache, and now what are you doing? Now what are you doing to get rid of the headache? You're using natural remedies, using things more natural, more healing than it is putting a Band-Aid over a bullet wound, right? Like, I understand, like, your new alignment cannot simply be around something that was so low, like how you've been in before. It just doesn't fit. And if anything, it makes you feel sick. It really does. Number 10. This has to be one of the most, how do I say this? Like, one of the ascension symptoms that hit me the hardest, okay? 11:09 when I said that. And I'm serious. This isn't my kind of sing-songy voice that I use on these videos. Number 10, you have this deep internal longing to go home, right? It's as if you see everything for its true self. You see everything for the true answers, and everything is just so unveiled now that you're already naturally inclined to have this feeling to just want to leave, that you don't belong here anymore. And this longing to go back home is really just a longing to go back to source. And technically everything is over, right? Because you managed to just like pull yourself out of the 3D veil, out of the matrix, the earth matrix. Mind yourself that if not, many of us will still be here in this world, right? Because we're here to experience new earth, the new world together. It was 12:21 when I said that, so I know I was meant to say that. All right, number 11, your plans may even begin to shift and change from different settings, like midstream, This is your soul's way of balancing out your energy. I just want you to stay mindful of that. And always embrace this, as your soul knows more than you do. I mean, come on. They signed up for whatever name and what parents and what family members you were going to have, and what situation and what life you were going to have in order to learn your lessons here on earth. Is it really so hard to believe? Number 12, okay? Lastly, this is a feeling as though you're going to go insane, or that you already feel like you're insane. Please go easy on yourself. Your energetic channels are opening and you are experiencing downloads. Kind of like what I was saying, because I get downloads whenever I am asleep, mostly. But everybody's different, So yes, you're receiving downloads while you're feeling this, like, I'm going to go crazy. Like, I think I have a mental problem. I think there's something wrong with me because the world doesn't fit with me anymore. And my ego is trying to remain in control. I'm just going to label it with the fact that I am going crazy when you're not. Because you know what? Maybe even crazy is the new woke, right? Like how everybody says woke. But yeah, just know you're receiving spiritual downloads from your higher self and your spirit guides, and know your awareness is being heightened, and your 3D barriers are dissipating right before you. And always stay mindful, because of this feeling, it means that you are transitioning into the next dimensional state, 4D, 5D, so forth, and all the while seeing and hearing messages that others cannot simply understand. And the reason I say this is because these messages that you do receive, whether how clear you try to make them or not, they are meant for you and your soul only. They've always been for you. But yeah, that's it for this video. I really wanted to thank y'all for watching this video and making it all the way through if you did. Let me know in the comments below if you had any similar symptoms. If not, if I missed anything, please let me know. I think I have. I think I missed a few. There's a few good ones, but I mean, I would leave it for y'all to leave all my comments below. Let me know what you think. If you want to check out my Etsy page where I make jewelry, I don't like to promote myself like that, but whatever. Go ahead and check it out. It's Mystic Double C Seeker 119. And then you got my Instagram channel, which is xmystic_seeker_x. Okay. I'll talk to you later, guys. Y'all take care. Until next time, Seekers. Bye.